Hello friends, I'm Don Ferguson and welcome back to another tranquil, serene episode of something new here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. Well, before we get to talking about something fantastic that you definitely have to hear about, be sure to check out our digital media partner, Tequila and Spirits Magazine, where you can get a free digital subscription to their magazine delivered right to your email box. Also, check out our digital media partner, #FindTheBird. Well, alright friends, it's time for a tasting. And today, alright, I can't do this anymore. I'm trying to be peaceful, I'm trying to be serene and tranquil because today we are trying Anger Management Tequila. Yes, this is a very new brand. How new? Very new. I just want to get into it. It's so new, I don't even have a lot of information. Let's roll the intro and get to talking about it. Boom! If you're new to the Teeqlife platform, it's where we talk about and review spirits from all over the world from a consumer point of view. Also, before we taste, we talk about the brand. Anger Management Tequila. It's like a rock song, and I don't know why. Like, I think about that Limp Bizkit song where it's like, you know, you're just having a bad day, you just want to break stuff. That's what it is. And on the bottle, on the label, it's got a guy like pulling his hair out. I don't have any hair, but we'll talk about the bottle in a minute. But Anger Management Tequila is actually very new. How new? Well, when I was doing my research, I couldn't find out a lot about this. So it is just that new and fresh to the market. It might be the first time you're hearing about it or seeing it, which I love. Here's some of the stuff that I was able to find out. Obviously, you can find out the gnome, and it is gnome 1468. For those that maybe aren't tequila enthusiasts, what a gnome or a nom, some people will say that as well, it's like a serial number, and it identifies the distillery where the tequila is produced at. Think about it like this. If you have a favorite distillery that is pumping out multiple different expressions and brands of tequila, you can find that nom or gnome and follow and collect all the trading cards from that distillery and just keep buying tequila. That's what I like to do. Back to talking about Anger Management Tequila. So 1468, it is a Highland agave, which that's kind of what I've come up with. And if you know the difference, a Highland is typically sweeter. It'll have a little bit more floral tones, herbaceous, different things like that. If it's a lowland tequila, sometimes it's spicy, more mineral rich. It's just all about the soil. Now this is twice distilled and they're both 80 proof. I did find out some other information. Hopefully it's true that this is a veteran owned brand and the owner is Chris Cardenas, and he actually wanted to create a tequila. This is something that I saw online on the interwebs that go all across the world. It's an inside joke, you won't get it. But with that being said, Chris Cardenas wanted to start a tequila brand, wanted to come out with something, and he did a crowdfund. So people that say, you know, you're sitting around the campfire, you're roasting s'mores, you know, maybe some shrimps, I don't know. You do what you do. I drink tequila around the campfire, but a lot of people will say, if I only had the money, I would do this. People, you can get the money now. It's called crowdfunder. It's amazing. Chris did a crowdfund, and boom, here we are. Anger Management. Anger Management. I wish I knew where the name came from. I really do, because it's very different. It is definitely, you know, an ear grabber. And the picture on it, I'll just say I've seen pictures of Chris. I don't know him personally whatsoever. I don't know if that's him on the label, but could it be? Alright, whatever. That's enough talking. It's time to taste both of these beauties. Let's move that camera right over here. Okay, so since I didn't know a lot about the brand, that just means more time to drink and taste and talk about the flavors. So let's... Ooh, tight. It's tight. Plus, I still got a broken elbow. But we are trying their silver and their Reposado. I'm going to pour the Reposado because I want it to breathe, and that's a beautiful color. Oh, that's a nice aroma. That is a tight, that is good. So let me tell you, you know, we say, ooh, it's tight, and kind of laugh and stuff like that. But what's cool about a tight cork is that you don't have to worry about evaporation. You don't have to worry about any of the elements seeping in that bottle, and that's exactly what you want to look for. If you can easily pull that cork out, it's not tight enough, and there's some elements that can seep in there, especially with a great, very expensive whiskey, bourbon, or tequila. You want to keep it safe. Boom. So we pop this one. Not as tight as the Reposado. I'm going to use a Glencairn on this one, because, and I typically don't. I'll use a tasting flute, but I want to use a Glencairn because I want to get those aromas from this Nam. They're very well respected. They make some really good juices. So Chris picked a very good distillery. That's the first thing. Wow, shit. I did a really big pour. Oops. Whatever. So as I popped them both open, I am getting aromas that are oozing out. You know, it's in the air. Can you see it? It's like droplets of tequila in the can. Whatever. So, should we talk about yeah, let's talk about the bottle. So, what's interesting is this one is shiny. It's a gloss finish. This one is a matte finish. Now, I don't know if it's intended to be that way or if it's kind of just the luck of the draw, but very interesting because also the labels are different colors. So we got blue for the silver, and then kind of like a fiery, angry red for anger management on their Reposado. Bottle is very simple and easy to hold, which is really good. Fast-paced environment. If you're a bartender, that's your best friend right there. And you'll probably do like I did and an extra pour. So we're doing a double. That's fine. Color. It's a beautiful, like translucent shimmers. It's like dragonflies' wings that are hovering. You know, I'm just going a little too far. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. The legs, so the tears are just delicately dripping down. There's nothing angry about this whatsoever. So I'm really interested where the name came from. But yeah, they're just absolutely, as I hold them up to the light, you're not going to be able to see them, but they're absolutely gorgeous. So right off the nose, I mean, so you're cupping it down here. You want to cup them, and then what happens is the aromas just kind of come up towards your nose. And when you take a whiff in, sometimes people will open their mouth so they can get the full, you know, aroma profile. But, you know, do what you do, right? Wow, there's a lot of nice agave. Sweet cooked agave in here. Slightly sweet, very clean. And what I mean by clean is you're not getting a lot of alcohol vapors, that ethanol, or, you know, anything that's just gonna sting your eye like a murder hornet. Just not gonna do that. It is super clean. But there's fruit. Like I'm picking up some fruit. We're here in Michigan. We grow a lot of apples. We're probably not the biggest for apple production, but it smells almost like there's some dried apples or some dried fruit in there, and it's very nice. Very nice. Wow. Let's just go in for a taste, right? First one always coats your palate. Some people will chew it. You know, I just kind of let it linger, swish around a little bit, and then I, you know, gulp it down. Sweet agave, very, very, very clean, very crisp. What I'm picking up on the back end of it is a little anise, so that black licorice type flavor for those of you, you know, that don't know what anise is. There's some light spices on it, very short finish. So what I mean by short finish is, you know, the pepper, it doesn't linger. But let's go for round two. Maybe things will change. No, that's really good. Holy shit, so that's really smooth. And if I'm starting to get more into Blancos, just sipping them neat, not chilled. you know, we all have a tequila story, or at least most of us do, and it starts off with Blanco, and it, you know, you take a shot, you're on spring break, it's 1973, you got a mullet, and it just lights your face on fire. You make that scrunchy face, that tequila face that, you know, everybody hates, and this is not gonna do it. This is super smooth, very nice, very, very short finish, so 3's the charm, maybe. That is fantastic. That is really dangerous. Holy shit. It's just so good. This is not even chilled. No whiskey rocks or whiskey balls in it to cool it down. This is outrageous. We're gonna put that there for now. I'm definitely gonna drink the rest of that because it's exceptional, but we have the Reposado. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's just been breathing, it's been sitting there, coming to life, and that's kind of what you want to do with, you know, a Reposado or a Añejo, even whiskeys and bourbons. Let them breathe. They've been dying in this bottle. It's like the genie. This is like Aladdin, and you want to let it out so that way you get all the flavors. Now, what I can tell you about this, I did find out a little bit of information that it's aged in white oak barrels. I don't know if they are used, or I don't know if they're virgin. That's for unused barrels. Did you know that? Well, that's the truth. But I would like to know a little bit because the barrels can change a lot. They can be toasted, they can be charred. There's different levels of charring. They can be toasted then charred. There's just a lot of different things. And plus, if you're using an ex-whiskey or a bourbon barrel or a Chardonnay, it can change the flavor profile tremendously. So not knowing, we're just gonna go in kind of blind and see what we find out. Color, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, people. That is a beautiful golden color. I mean, it's like the Sonic the Hedgehog rings. It's like that Field of Gold song by Sting. That is absolutely, that's beautiful. Let's see the tears here. Let's just, yep. And the reason why you always want to do a Blanco first is because a Blanco goes into, or a silver, it goes into a barrel and it rests there. I think this is rested for 8 months if I'm not mistaken, but I wasn't able to confirm that. But 8 months is actually a really, really nice time in a barrel to get some of those flavor complexities from the barrel. With that being said, there's a lot of Reposados on the market that they just want to push them out, so they only age them about 4 to 5 months. This is going to have some depth and character. Salud. Now, if you watch the program, you know I skipped over the aroma part, and there's a reason for that. I wanted to see, so that way I could talk about it, if the nose that I was already inhaling matched the flavor, and it does. So with the aroma, you're getting agave, but this is very, very heavy on the oak. So you're picking up the oak on the nose tremendously. It is very pronounced. I mean, there's a little bit of vanilla in there, there's a little bit of caramel, but most definitely I'm picking up some agave and some wood. And when I tasted it, I was really curious. I'm picking that up as well. So everything in the aroma matched my first taste. Couple more swirls and we're going in for round 2. Second. So definitely agave forward, wood forward. I'm picking up very, very light caramel, very light vanilla, a little bit of baking spices. It's very clean. So it matches the silver exquisitely. You can tell that this goes into a barrel and then produces this, because they're so similar in their flavor profile. You can just pick it up immediately, but this is very smooth. So for all of you that likes, you know, that enjoys an authentic tequila that has a little bit of spice but doesn't have the bite or the sting or the pepper, this is exceptional. All right, Third's a charm, as always. I'm picking up some dried fruits, a little bit, but still it's very oak forward. A little bit of vanilla, light caramel. This reminds me of like a nice whiskey or a nice bourbon. I mean, that's how delicious this is. It's very delightful. I'm very surprised because the name of this brand is Anger Management. And it's like, you don't know what you're gonna get, but what you're getting is an exceptional tequila, 100%. Yeah, that's really good. It's a nice sipper, so you out there watching that enjoy a cigar, or you want to pair it with some chocolate or some food, that's going to be an extremely good pairing. Put this here, the moment of truth. Yes, boom, Teeqlife approved. That means I would buy this. This is really that good. Don't let the name throw you off and look at it and say, oh, here's another tequila with a usual name and just all this stuff. This is actually exceptional. The Blanco, or the Silver rather, is just fantastic. It is delightful, a smooth sipper, a lot of flavors in it. And this Reposado is just really, really nice. And if you enjoy a good whiskey or a bourbon, I think this is going to be the tequila for you, because you're going to get, you know, that nice sweetness, almost like, you know, in a bourbon, you're going to get the corn 51% forward, maybe even more, and then you're going to get those wood tones. So this is extremely, extremely good. Well, this is where I usually say I'm down to the down, but yeah, I got a little bit because I went heavy on my pours, but that wraps up another episode of something new here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. Anger Management Tequila completely surprised me. This is actually a very good Teeqlife approved tequila that I think you should definitely try. So thanks for watching, and folks, life is too short to drink bad liquor. Choose wisely, my friends. I'm gonna double fist this angry. And no, it's actually not angry, it's delightful. I gotta find out about this name. We'll see you on the next episode.